everyone, I hope you are well and keeping warm in this chilly weather. For today's class, we are going to need a blanket rolled up nicely. Okay, and then we're just going to put that to the side. Okay, so it needs to be quite a nice long length. Okay, and then one block. Okay, I'm also just going to put that to the side. I don't need it until the end of the class. And then last week we practiced the dolphin just on the forearms. So we are going to do that again, but this time I'd like you to get a strap that has got some sort of buckle, or if you want to use a belt, that'll be perfect. And you're going to measure the distance between your elbows. Okay, so this is the distance that you want to have between your elbows. So when we are doing the base of our headstand, you're grabbing hold of the triceps, and that is the distance you want to have when you are prepping for your head balance. So you can just grab a belt and just adjust the size, okay? Right, so it's going to look like that. Okay, so go ahead and do that. And then just keep your strap handy as well. If you would like to have an additional strap for the other work that we're going to do as well as the belt, then we're going to do that. And I'm just going to place that next to me. Okay, we're going to start in a comfortable seated position. The sternum is lifted, the spine is nice and straight. We're going to turn our palms to face the ceiling and join our thumb and forefinger together. This mudra is Jnana Mudra, means universal means individual. And also for today's class, I'd like to do a little bit of focusing on gratitude. So what we are grateful for at the moment. So you can just gently close your eyes and then lower the chin down, just slightly. Take a couple of moments here just to think about what you are grateful for in life. And then you're going to carry this intention through the class with you. Okay. And then we're going to start by exhaling all the stali in the lungs. And then inhale, pause, exhale, 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 and then we're going to inhale to the count of 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, pause, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, pause, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, pause, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, pause, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, pause, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, pause, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, pause, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, pause. And continue breathing at your own pace while I read what we're going to do today. Today we will be focusing on chest opening asanas. Chest openers are some of the most rewarding stretches in yoga practice. They are a great way to open up the muscles in the chest and to reverse the forward-leaning posture, and they are great for creating freedom and space around your heart. And our thought for today, the open heart sees, feels, and absorbs the beauty of the world. And then keeping your eyes gently closed, you're going to place one hand onto the heart and the other one just above the belly button. And we're going to inhale confidence, part the lips, and exhale doubt. Inhale courage, part the lips, and exhale fear. Inhale the future, part the lips, and exhale the past. Inhale love, part the lips, and exhale hate. Inhale positivity, part the lips, and exhale anything negative. And then you can bring your hands down onto the knees, lifting the chin up, and open your eyes nice and gently. Okay, so we're going to start by placing our hands next to us. We're working into the fingers. Your hands should be in line with the hips, and you're straightening out the arms, lifting the chest up. Okay, so you're rolling the shoulder blades towards each other, lifting the chest up. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, reaching up to the ceiling. Exhale, as you're placing the right hand over the head and as far down the ear as you can. The left hand you're going to bring out beside you, so we're not placing it down. And you're going to work into the heel of the palm as we are stretching from side to side. So it's a gentle stretch, it's not a yanking. Inhale, reaching up to the ceiling. Exhale as we're going across to the other side. So we are stretching into the palm of the hand and we are reaching across the head and just stretching the neck over. And then inhale, reaching up, looking up to the ceiling if your neck allows it. And then bringing the hands into Namaste in front of the heart center. So we're going to do some breathing exercises that warms up the shoulders and the chest, especially because it's quite chilly this week. Okay, so we're starting in Namaste. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, opening out to the sides. So at every point you are doing the movement with intention. So you're not having floppy hands, working into the fingers and then back to the center and bringing your hands back into Namaste. Okay, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And we're going to go for another 5, so we're going to just keep going. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And 2 more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 1 more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And then you can bring the hands back down beside you again, drawing the shoulder blades towards each other. So you should feel like the top of the back has got a little bit more movement than it had just now. Okay, and then I want you to just move from side to side, so you still working into the fingertips, but then you're moving the right shoulder, across, and then moving the left. So now we're getting some movement into the back, into the middle of the spine, just a little bit. Okay, and then to the center, and then we are going to grab our straps. So you're going to take the strap into both hands, wider than shoulder distance apart. We will do this again while we're standing up. So for today, we're just going to take it above our heads. So we're going to straighten the arms, lock the elbows. Inhale, reaching up. And you're just going to go past the head. So we're not going all the way back. You're just going past the head. And then exhale, forwards. Okay, so we're not going right down. You're going to stop at shoulder length. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So we're doing 10 of these. We are on 3. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. That's 5. So make sure when you're moving your arms, you're not bending into the elbows. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. And 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, and then you can remove the strap and just place the strap down. We're going to inhale, reaching up to the ceiling. Exhale as you're folding forwards, placing the hands onto the mat or wherever you can reach. And then letting your head hang heavy. Walking the fingertips over to the right, keeping the same distance. And then to the center as you walk over to the left. So you'll feel this in the opposite hip now. And then to the center as you walk the hands back. Okay, we're going to come onto all fours now. We're going to come into a puppy stretch first. So you are going to walk the hands forwards, okay, and then you're going to sink the sternum down and send the tailbone back. You're going to place the forehead onto the mat. So we're not pushing the chest down onto the mat. You are lifting the chest off the mat and you're working hard into the palms of the hands and sending tailbone back. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to bring the hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to slot the left hand underneath the right and coming onto the ear. So try and keep the hips as level as you can. And then you're just going to sit back onto your heels and you're going to place the right hand onto the opposite side of the mat. So we are coming into a cross arm stretch here, and then you're going to just release tension in the neck. It does feel a bit strange. And then uncross yourself, coming back up onto all fours and slotting the right hand underneath the left and coming onto the ear of the left side. And then just sitting back for a moment and slotting the left hand on top of the right and coming down. One side will feel tighter than the other. And then unhook your arms or uncross your arms. Come down to sitting down onto your ankles. Coming into an extended child's pose for a moment. I want you to come onto the fingertips and just work into the fingertips as you send the forehead down. And then walking the hands back, you're going to grab hold of your belt or your strap. Okay, so remember the distance is the triceps you are going to grab hold of it, place it above the elbows. Okay, so as I said, we're going to go into the base of the headstand or the dolphin. If you have high blood pressure that is not controlled, or if you have any eye pressure problems, then please rather sit with or lie with your legs up the wall. If you do not have any of those health issues, then we can all do this together. And there are many benefits of being inverted, so fresh blood to the brain, and it helps with insomnia, has a host of benefits, so it's wonderful to do every day. Okay, so you're going to come onto your forearms. Now, you should have already measured this distance, so just check that it's the correct distance. You don't want your elbows to be wider than grabbing hold of the triceps. Okay, if you've got to the correct distance, you are going to place the forearms down. Okay, and this will help. The strap will help your elbows from widening out. Okay, you're placing the palms down. You want to have even weight distribution on your hands. Okay, then you're just going to let the head sink down, digging in the toes and bringing the tailbone up. Okay, so your strap might be in the way here of letting your head hang, but I just want you to get the feel of where the arms need to be. Okay, and then you can walk the toes closer to your elbows. Okay, and then you can walk a little bit further. So go to where you feel is okay for your body. So it will be quite tight on the hamstrings. And then when you feel like you've had enough, just make sure you're really working into your forearms and the elbows and the hands. Okay, when you've had enough, you can come into child's pose for a moment. Okay, then you can come onto all fours and you are going to walk your hands one space ahead, digging in the toes and coming into a down dog. Okay, so it might be your first down dog for the week, so your hamstrings might feel a little bit tight. So you're going to just pedal the feet, really bringing some movement. Into the joints. You're sending the tailbone up to the ceiling, and at the same time you're pushing the chest to the back of your mat. And you should have even weight distribution on both of your hands. When you look through your feet, you shouldn't be able to see the heels. And then you can nod your head yes and no, and yes and no. So down dogs are relief postures. You do learn to love them. And then you can walk the hands towards the feet. So you're going to bend the knees, bring the big toes in, the heels are slightly out, and you're going to come into ragdoll pose. So you're just going to let everything hang. You can grab hold of your elbows. You can sway. So I just wanted you to feel the heaviness falling off the shoulders, off the neck. Do whatever feels good. And then you can place the hands down onto the mat, straighten out the feet, bend the knees and come to a standing position, vertebra by vertebra. With your head, the last thing to pop up, so don't pop up too quickly. I don't want you to feel dizzy. Cool, okay, so we are going to do the same shoulder exercises but standing now with the strap. So you can stand with the feet at hip distance apart, otherwise the inner rim and the feet are together. Okay, and again you're going to measure the distance just wider than your shoulders, straightening those arms. Okay, and we are going to Inhale, going up and over. Okay, so make sure you're not too close to the wall like I am. Okay, and then exhale as you are going to the front. Inhale, exhale. Okay, so you don't want to be bending at the elbow, so rather make your hand distance further away from each other so that you don't bend the elbows. Okay, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. We'll do another 3 more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and one last one. Inhale, exhale, and then you can let go of the strap. So that's a nice one to do every day, just to make sure, just to bring movements into your shoulders. Okay, you're going to be standing at the front of the mat, in a room where the feet are together, and you're going to feel the energy draw up the shins, up the kneecaps, up the thighs, tucking the tailbone under, drawing the belly button in. Shoulders are away from the ears, the sternum is lifted. Collarbone and, sorry, I lost my words there. Collarbone and pubis in the straight line. You are now strong and balanced in mountain pose or Tadasana. Working into the fingertips, and we're going to come onto our toes, checking our balance and place, and then placing the toes down one at a time, starting at the baby toe, ending at the big toe. Awesome. Okay, we're going to bring our hands into Namaste. So the first round we always stop with our hands above the knees, so I'm going to go to the front of my mat. Okay, everybody ready? Inhale, reaching up. Exhale as you're folding forwards, placing your hands above the knees. The spine should be nice and straight here. Extra stretch, looking forwards. As you place your hands down onto the mat ahead of you, coming onto your fingertips, extra stretch looking forwards. As you walk your hands to your ankles, you can micro bend your knees here. Eventually the chin will go beyond the knees, as you are tucking in Uttanasana. Bend the knees, plant the hands, stepping the right foot back. And we're going to drop onto the knee of the right foot. And we're just going to come into a low lunge, so you can untuck the toes. We're going to keep the hands alongside the front foot and just lunge. Okay, so you can rest on your leg. I just want you to feel the stretching into the hip flexors. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and as you exhale, you can place the hands down, bring the front foot to meet the back. Okay, so we are now on all fours, coming into extended child. Inhale, and as you exhale, you're creating space within the spine as you're bringing the shoulders over the wrists and then bringing the elbows towards the body as you lower the chest down. And then onto your tummy, opening up that chest nicely as you come into baby cobra. Placing the hands down and sliding into extended child. And inhale, coming onto all fours as you step in the right foot in between the hands, digging in the toes of the back foot, back to meet the front, tucking in Uttanasana. Inhale, arms up over the head and hands into Namaste. Okay, so remember, every movement has an intention, so make sure you're focusing on each part of the body. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale as you're folding forwards, placing the fingers onto the mat ahead of you. Extra stretch, looking forward. As you tuck in Uttanasana. Bend the knees, plant the hands, stepping the left foot back. Drop into the knee of the back foot and untucking the toes, coming into the low lunge. So you're really working into your hip flexors. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, you can bring the front to meet the back, coming into extended child. Inhale, creating space as the shoulders are going over the wrists, bending the elbows, bringing the chest down onto the tummy into baby cobra. And then placing the hands down and sliding back into extended child. Onto all fours, stepping the left foot in between the hands, digging in the toes of the back foot, back to meet the front, tucking in Uttanasana. Inhale, arms up over the head and hands into Namaste. Okay, the next one we are going to be doing, we're going to start practicing our up dogs. Okay, so don't anticipate, we're not going to be doing the same as what we normally do. Inhale, reaching up to the ceiling. Exhale as you are folding forwards, placing your hands onto the fingertips ahead, extra stretch looking forwards. And then walking the hands next to the ankles as you are tucking in Uttanasana. Bend the knees, plant the hands, stepping the right foot back. Okay, you always have the option to do the first one we've just done. Otherwise, front to meet the back. Okay, we're coming into our plank. So you don't want to have the bum up in the sky, and you don't want to have the bum sinking down. You want to have a nice straight line. So you're working into every part of the body here, nice straight line, and then just dropping the knees. Okay, so we're just dropping the knees down. Sorry, all the yoga clothes. Okay, just dropping the knees down, exactly where you were in plank. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring the body in between the hands. So we're not coming into cobra, you're coming into up dog. So I'll show you the difference. Okay, so you inhale, and as you exhale, we're bringing the body in between the hands, okay? And then opening up the chest here, coming onto the tops of the feet, and lifting the thighs off the mat. Okay, so we're not putting any pressure on the lower back. That is an up dog. This is a cobra where I'm flat. So unless you are hyper flexible in the lower spine, then you won't be doing it this way. So let's do it again. Okay. Coming onto the tops of the feet. Inhale, and as you exhale, you can even micro bend the elbows. Inhale, and as you exhale, bringing the body in between the hands, opening up the chest so the shoulder blades are going towards each other, coming onto the tops of the feet, curling the toes and pushing back into a down dog. Okay, so remember that if you feel like you are going to do any damage to any of your joints, especially the lower spine, then rather repeat the first two that we did. Okay. Inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to look towards the front of the mat, coming onto the toes and creating space, bringing the right foot in between the hands, and then shuffling the back foot to meet the front, tucking in Uttanasana. Inhale, arms up over the head and hands into Namaste. Okay, let's go for the other side. So you're at the front of the mat. Is everybody awake, alert and alive? Inhale, reaching up to the ceiling. Exhale as you're folding forwards, placing your hands onto the mat ahead of you. Extra stretch, looking forwards as you tuck in Uttanasana. Bend the knees, plant the hands, stepping the left foot back. Front to meet the back into plank. Nice strong plank here. Inhale, and as you exhale, drop to the knees and tuck the toes. Okay, so you do have the option just to do a cat bow here, otherwise we're going to practice up dog again. Okay, so we're looking up to the front of the mat. Inhale, and as you exhale, you're bending the elbows just slightly as you're bringing the body in between the hands, rolling the shoulders back, and coming onto the tops of the toes. Lovely. And turning the toes, coming into a down dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Coming onto the toes, looking towards the front of the mat and stepping the left foot in between the hands. Otherwise, you're shuffling forwards to the front, back to meet the front, tucking in Uttanasana. Inhale, arms up over the head and hands into the Masti. Okay, lovely. So when we're back in the studio, hopefully we will be all doing up dogs. Okay, right, you're standing into the middle of the mat now. And we're going to join our fingertips together as we step or hop the feet out to inner leg length, and then bringing the arms out alongside us. Okay, so you want to have a nice straight line from fingertip to fingertip. All right, and we're going to turn on the ball of the left foot to 90 and the heel of the back foot to 60. Okay, so you still want to have the hips facing forwards. Okay, so we're coming into warrior 2 here. Okay, awesome. Right, you're going to check your alignment that the front foot is bisecting the back foot. Inhale, and as you exhale, you are descending into the front leg. Okay, so what you want to have is eventually a nice a right angle. So if you feel like your distance between the legs is too short or too narrow, widen from the back. Okay, and then what you want to do is have the mass of the body in the center. If you haven't done any of the chair yoga, look for a chair yoga that has you practicing warrior on a chair. So that support of sitting on the chair allows you to have your body in the center. Okay, so if your neck allows it, you're looking over the front hand. Remember that the kneecap, you are working towards the back of, or to the side of the mat. Okay, so we're not letting it fall in. Okay, inhale, exhale, inhale. And as you exhale into reverse warrior, so you are sliding the right hand down the thigh. If your neck allows it, you're looking up. You're keeping that beautiful bend in the front. Inhale, exhale, inhale. And as you exhale, back into warrior 2. Okay, so I'm sure your thighs are talking to you. You're going to place your elbow down onto your knee, and the opposite hand is going to go into the waist. Okay, so this is Utthita Parsvakonasana. So we are going to use this opportunity now to practice opening up our chests. So we're not rolling forwards. You're really opening up the chest here, working into the elbow. So you're not just hanging out here, okay? And then we're going to bring the arm up over. So we're not going to concentrate too much on staying into this pose. We're going to go from here into warrior 2. Okay, so inhale, reverse warrior, sorry. Inhale, and as you exhale, into reverse warrior. Inhale, and as you exhale, back into Utthita Parsvakonasana. And we'll do that one more. Reverse warrior, Utthita Parsvakonasana. And then you can come back up into warrior 2, straighten out that leg, bringing the arms down. Okay, let's turn the feet to the other side. Okay, so you want to have the right foot at 90 and the heel of the back foot at 60. Checking your alignment. Front foot is bisecting the back foot. And you're bringing the arms out. Okay. Inhale. And as you exhale, descending into the right knee, right leg. Okay, so remember, you're working the kneecap out and the mass of the body's in the center. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, and as you exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, and as you exhale, bringing the elbow down onto the knee and the opposite hand into the waist. Using this to really open up that chest. Inhale, don't forget you're not hanging out here, you're really working into this elbow. Inhale, bringing the arm over. Exhale. Alright, we're going to come into reverse warrior. Inhale, and as you exhale, reverse warrior. Coming into Utthita Pajna. Inhale, and as you exhale, reverse warrior into Utthita. Inhale, and then you can place the hands down and coming into a down dog. So work yourself into a down dog. And then you can come down on wide knees, big toes together. You're going to stretch into the fingertips here. And then bringing palm under palm and forward onto your hands. And you're going to take this moment or this opportunity to bring your thoughts back to gratitude and what you are grateful for in this lifetime. And then stretching out onto fingertips. And then you're going to come down onto lying on your tummy. Okay. So we are going to come into Sphinx pose. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to have your legs and hip distance apart. The toes are firmly onto the mat. You are going to bring the elbows in line with the chest. So literally like the Sphinx in Egypt, okay? And then you want to have the palms flat down. Okay, so you don't want to be hunching forwards like this. You really want to be working into the elbow so you can lift the chest up, and the arms should be at right angles, okay? So don't look to the side like I'm doing, just look forwards, okay? And on every inhalation and exhalation, you're working at lifting the chest up more, the sternum up. Okay, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, and as you exhale, you can come down. So you can place your arms alongside you. Just bring the cheek down to the mat. Okay, and then you're going to bring your hands back alongside you. Okay, so we did baby cobra earlier, which looks like this. So you're just lifting the hands off the mat next to your chest. If you would like to repeat that, then that's perfect. Otherwise, you're going to bring the hands ahead of you. Okay, so we're going to come into a version of cobra, but I don't want you to put any pressure on your lower back. So rather do the baby cobra if you feel like cobra is going to be too much for you. Okay, so we're going to inhale, and as you exhale, you're just going to not straighten the arms, you're just going to lift the chest up, okay? So you're keeping the elbows very bent, okay? We're not doing any straightening of the arms. So you're just keeping the elbows bent. Okay, inhale. Exhale. So if you're only down here, that's perfect. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, you can place the opposite cheek down, bringing the arms down alongside you. Okay, then you're going to bring your hands alongside the chest, but this time you're working into the fingertips. So like you've got a ball underneath your hands, okay? So you are onto the fingertips. Inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to keep the elbows bent. You're just lifting the chest, okay? So this is Intimidation Cobra. Inhale. Exhale. Remember, if you have got any issues in your lower spinal, you should never be feeling a sharp twinge. It should just be a dull ache. You have many to choose from, so you are going into Sphinx, or you can do Baby Cobra, okay, or you can do the Cobra that your arms are very bent. Okay, so never do yourself any damage, and then you're going to come down onto your cheek again. And we're going to come into Superman. Okay, so again, you can repeat one of the things we've just done. Okay, you're going to bring your forehead down onto the mat. Inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to lift the arms and the feet off the mat. Okay, and you're going to be working strongly into the fingertips. Inhale and exhale, bringing the feet off the mat and the fingers. So we are literally Superman. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and as you exhale, bringing the hands down, cheek onto the mat. And we're going to do that one more time. Okay, so are you ready? Inhale, and as you exhale, lifting both up. Okay, so you can even just have them hovering off the floor. You don't have to have them too high up. And then you can put the cheek down onto the mat. And then you can roll over onto your back. You're going to need some straps. Okay, so we're going to come into Supta Padangusthasana. Okay, so you have your strap or your belt. You've already got your loop. And we're going to bend the right leg and place the loop around the right leg, straightening out that leg. Okay. If you do not have a back issue or a coccyx issue, you can straighten out the opposite leg as long as you are working into your feet, so no floppy feet. On every exhalation, you're bringing the head, not the head, you're bringing the foot closer to the head. So this is an intense hamstring stretch. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale to your maximum, and then on your next exhalation, you're going to lift the head and shoulders off the mat. So inhale, and as you exhale, lifting the head and shoulders off, and then replacing. So we're now going to take the left hand onto the hip, and with control, lowering the leg down, opening up the hip flexor. Don't forget about the foot, working into the baby toe side. Okay. Inhale, and as you exhale, up and over. So grabbing the strap with the left hand. So you want to keep these shoulders down. It's a nice counter stretch. It's very good for releasing sciatica. And then to the center, bringing the foot down and swapping feet. Okay, so you're placing the strap into the left foot. Placing the strap into the left foot, straightening out that leg. Remember, if the right leg is going to be straight on the flat on the mat, you're working into the toes. This leg is nice and straight, and on every exhalation you're bringing it closer to the head. Inhale, exhale. If you're lucky enough, you've grabbed hold of the big toe. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and as you exhale to your maximum, and then on your next exhalation you're going to lift the head and shoulders off the mat, trying to kiss the toes, using your abdominals, and replace, and then taking the strap into the left hand. Right hand is going to go onto the waist, and you are going to lower the leg down with control so the leg stays straight. Inhale, and as you exhale, up and over. Nice counter stretch. And then to the middle, and then we're going to let go of the straps, hugging the knees into the chest for a moment. And then coming into happy baby pose, so you're grabbing hold of the outside of the feet, the knees are coming into the armpits, and you can roll around. You can laugh, hopefully you won't cry. Stretching those legs out. And then you can bring the knees together, and you are going to rock and roll on your spine 5 times until you're at a seated position. So you're getting the prana, the life force, running up and down the spinal column. It's anti-aging. And then when you are at a seated position, we're just going to do one final twist in the spine before we do some pranayama. Okay. So once you're at a seated position, you've rocked and rolled. You are going to sit comfortably with the spine nice and straight, cross-legged. Okay. Bringing the hands in line with the hips, working into the fingertips. Rounding, and bringing the shoulder blades together. So you should feel the ease here. It should feel so much less tight in the chest than in the back. Okay, hopefully. And then inhale, reaching up to the ceiling. Exhale as you're going to place the left hand onto the right knee and the right hand behind you. You're placing it down behind the buttocks. You're going to use this opportunity to twist in the spine, using the hands as levers against the floor and against the knee as you look over the back shoulder. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and as you exhale over the front, inhale and release. Okay, same to the other side. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, placing the right hand onto the left knee and the left hand behind the buttocks. Using this opportunity to twist the spine as we look over the back. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and as you exhale over to the front, and then you can release. Okay, well done everybody. You can put your warm things on now. So we're going to do a bit of pranayama or breathing exercises before we go into Shavasana. So you're going to need your rolled up blanket here. You're going to place it along your mat, and then just keep your block handy in case you need it. So you are going to lie back onto the rolled blankets on the spine. Okay, so even a towel is fine. Okay, and then you're going to bring the block underneath the head. Okay. So if you don't have a block or you don't want to use the block, you can also fold the blanket. Okay, so you just want to have the spine nice and straight. Okay, so your chin in a neutral position. So it is up to you what you want to use. Okay. And then this also allows the chest to open up as the shoulders roll over the blankets. And then you're going to have palms facing the ceiling. You're going to have the feet slightly out. And the chin is just going to be tucked under slightly. So really find that really comfortable position before you start the breathing exercises. Okay, you can close your eyes gently. And you can start by exhaling all the stale air in the lungs. And then inhale to the count of 5. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. And then you can return your breathing to your natural breath. Take a moment to return your thoughts to what you are grateful for. And then you can gently remove the block and the blankets. Hugging the knees into the chest for a moment. Creating little circles using your lower back. And then in the opposite direction. And then placing the feet down. Going to stretch your legs out one at a time. Your eyes are still gently closed. The arms are alongside you. They are not close to the body, so you are allowing some airflow to go to the armpits. I'm going to work into the toes and the feet and release. Working into your calves and the knees and the thighs and release. Working into your hips and your abdominal areas and release. Working into your chest and release. Working into your fingertips and the arms and release. The tongue is loosely in the mouth. The eyelids are gently closed. Your gaze is inwards. For a few moments of complete shavasana.
I soul inside.
Slowly time to come to the here and the now. So you can start by breathing a little bit deeper, bringing awareness back into the body by moving the fingertips and the toes, and then stretching your arms out over your head and having a yawn if you need to. And then you can roll over onto your right and just pause there for a moment. Our reading for today, gratitude. Gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. It turns what we have into much more. It turns denial into acceptance, chaos to order, confusion to clarity. It can turn a meal into a feast, a house into a home, a stranger into a friend. Gratitude makes sense of our past and brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. And our positive affirmation for today: I listen to my heart and honor its connection to the hearts of others. I allow love to fill me up and guide me in all my actions. I gracefully move to the rhythm of life. And with that, you can slowly come to a seated position. Thank you for all joining me today, and sorry about my dog as usual. It's the dog with the cat, or it's one of them. And I hope to see you all virtually in our Zoom class on Saturday. It is International Yoga Day this weekend, and it is celebrated all over the world. It is a movement for global peace, which I think we all need right now, and we are doing donation-based class for the SPCA, the Kloof and Highway SPCA. So we would love